will not be getting any certificate for it. Just for the learning purpose, you can share this sessions with anyone. You're free to do that. So we are starting our second day.
Recording in progress.
So we are starting our second day and we are starting with the session 5, which is going to be on social media safety and security. Most of us use social media. Some of them may not be there on social media, but most of us are in social media. So we need to learn. Yesterday we started learning about how first we need to take care of our own device. Today we will be learning about social media, even if you don't have a social media account. Maybe you are not using, but your students are using. So your teachers, other teachers are using it. The schools are using it. Right now, it is mandatory in many states and UTs, and even from the ministry, there is circulars that we have to do advocacy of our activities and showcase all our events through social media. It has become part and parcel of our life. But in this scenario, how do we really take care of the safety and security in that social media is very, very essential. So we have with us Mr. Jagadish Babu, who is the project manager of ISEA CDAC in Hyderabad under the Ministry of IT to take us through this session. So I invite sir and I hand over the session to.
Thank you, ma'am, and good morning to all of you. Right, as madam told, like yesterday, you might have been learned about how to secure your device and all. Okay, I think we are not going in in-depth kind of thing. Like we were trying to
check deputation.
give like what were the basic things one should follow.
If his name is there, let me know.
Your professional as well as personal. So this is going to play very important role, right? As madam is indicated, whether you are using it's well and good. If you are not using, either your family members or your students might be using all these things. Now today there is no person like we can't say like no one is using that social media. Someone is using instant messaging platforms also. So those things also come under the social media. We'll just undergo that like what was the social media and where it is useful, how it is useful, and what are the various threats kind of thing. And also we'll have one or two questions in the middle. So I want a response from all 290 people like who are attending this session. So then we can move forward kind of thing, right? So hope it is clear, and let me share my screen. Okay, so today like we are going to deal this session social media safety and security, and before we entering into the session, like let me give a brief about like we are basically as madam told like Ministry of Electronics and IT. We are basically from CDAC, and CDAC is basically a research and development organization under the Ministry of Electronics and IT, Government of India. So these are our centers and these are our thematic areas. Don't get into it. I'm not going to spend time on that because our session is important. And we are also implementing a project called Information Security Education Awareness. Many of you might have been heard or might be using or following some of the things. Under this project, like, we have 4 important verticals: generating highly skilled cybersecurity professionals, like you are all professional teachers. In the same way, like we need to have some professional people to maintain the cybersecurity posture of the ministry, department, or organization. So we have to continuously upgrade the skills. So that, like, we are offering this generating highly security cyber cyber security professionals, which are called CISOs, and we are also offering these BTech, MTech, and PhD level information security courses through 15 institutions at national level, which includes the IITs, NITs, and state technical universities, etc. And strengthening the research and education, like we were doing that hackathon boot camps and all, and cyber aware digital nagrik, right, which is a mass awareness program for people. Like under this program, like we were doing all these awareness workshops, etc. Like this kind of thing, training and all. And we also have a website, and we are also having an interactive portal. If you get time after this session in the evening, you can visit that staysafeonline.in website, which has a lot of information. I'll just take you there. And this is the site which I'm talking about, Stay Safe Online. And these are the various awareness resources which are available in the site in different languages, and you can make use of it. And awareness quizzes are there, assessments are there, and it's competitions we are doing and continuously 2 times in a year. And these are the, most of the times, like, now we are coming up with Diksha platform, e-learning courses for the teachers as well as students kind of thing. And these courses are also there. You can just see like how these kind of courses can be utilized or can be helpful to you. So most of the times the trainings will be over, and after that, like, people are, if you want to continue their education, they should have some kind of chosen. That's the reason, like, we have come up with some kind of professional pathways, to build you as a district, right? And you have a cyber Sikshak course is there, which will be useful to all the Sikshaks, like teachers. And let's get into this session, like social media and its safety measures. So basically, like, we are, as I told you, today, if you name it, either any person, either an individual, in individual, it could be a child, student, yourself, adults, and mother, father, and everyone, somewhere or other, they are all connected to this social media. So it is our prime responsibility to take care of yourself. And we are not going to talk more on the cyber offenses or cyber crimes kind of thing. So we were going to talk more on the cyber hygiene practices, how one should take care of yourself when you are using any of these platforms. So we are focusing on the proactive measures than the reactive measures kind of thing, right? So proactive measures are nothing but when we are using the platform, like what kind of security measures someone should take care. Yesterday also we were talking more only on the proactive measures. So when you are using the device, it could be your laptop, it could be your mobile, it could be your smart TV or whatever it is. So how do we take care, what do we take care, and all such kind of things we are focusing. Right? Similar way, like today's session is also, we are going to focus on the same. So we are just trying to educate individuals how personal information collected and used on social media. Just normally, like most of the people, if at all, if you are having any social media accounts, immediately they will take and they will keep it in a photograph. I was in NCRT, I was attending this training program and all such kind of things. You can always do it, but there is no harm in it. But again, whatever the things I'm going to discuss during the session, we are not against the technology. Once again, I'm repeating that we are not against the technology. Use technology wisely. Use technology wisely. Like whatever the technology which we are using, that technology we have to use it wisely. For example, you are all using the blackboard and chalkless, which is also a technology. You are using wisely, and it is useful for everyone. In this similar way, like what are the cyber space and digital space which you are using, it should be used wisely so that you will be safe. You means your entire family. Like today, like whatever the session we are going to cover it up. So it is not only for you, it is for your family, it is for your institution, it is for your students, right? Whatever you are learning through these 3 days training program, you can implement as part of your as part of your personal life. You can see like what kind of changes in you, as well as in your organization or in your school or in your family members kind of thing, right? So try to adopt the important or which you like, right? And so that it will be beneficial for all of you, right? So educate and create awareness about importance of staying informed about social media kind of thing. Understand the potential impact of social media on mental health. It is not only a kind of thing nowadays, like it is going extremes, like sometimes people are overspending or whatever it is. Those aspects we are going to discuss. Understand the role of teachers in school in creating safe online environment, which is very very important. If at all, if we are giving any such kind of assignments, like what the assignments are given you, and encourage responsible and impactable online interactions, provide a strategy. As I told you, we are pro to the technology, but use that technology in an efficient and in an appropriate manner, so that you will be safe, and our entire family or organization will be safe. If something goes wrong and we have to roam around, and it makes a lot of impact. So to avoid such kind of things, like you have to follow the cyber hygiene practices or proactive measures. Right? These are the some of the aspects, like which, if at all looking into the overview of social media uses, that I gave that resources also. You can go and verify those things. And the number of social media users identities are, like It's more than 5.04 billion kind of thing. And those are the some statistics you can see gender wise, age group wise, and all such kind of things. It is not that like we are only 1.4 140 crore, but we have the number of devices are more. In the country like India, the devices are more than the population. And then you can assume like how much population, how many devices, and how many internet penetration and all. Earlier there was an issue in terms of internet pricing and all, but now internet is available widely at nominal cost, which you can spend, or which you are doing all those kind of things. But these are the some things related to social media. So what is social media? So it refers to a instruction humans to connect with other humans, right? So like you are sitting here and you wanted to interact someone. For example, like what we are doing, we are sitting in some location and you are sitting in some location. We are able to interact, or we are able to transact like what is that we wanted, and we are also able to communicate properly like what is that we wanted, right? So that is what the main important of this social media. And media, it could be make connections with other humans, as we told. And how can we use the technology effectively to reach out and connect with other humans, create relationships, build a trust kind of thing. These are the why we are using social media, either to interact with them, or to connect with them, or to communicate something. See, today efficiently we were able to use this technology to interact and communicate with all of you, so that you can follow those cyber hygiene practices kind of, right? And media used for social interactions. Not only this, teachers are there across India. You have forums, and you have lot of discussion forums and forums kind of thing, like wherein people can discuss and come to some kind of conclusions. Right? It is the same with the children also, students also, our own kids. All our children are our kids, right? So those things also will be useful for them to interact with other people to enhance their knowledge. At the same time, the misuse also happen. Like let's say, like how that can happen. So it is a two-way communication, and this communication happens one to one, one to many, many to one, many to many also, right? So these are the different varieties of communication which happens in the thing. You might be participating in some of the MyGov, whatever the competitions which they are organizing, or what are the surveys they are doing, or whatever they wanted to, whatever they wanted to get, people's, pulse. So that also they are using the communication, right? So that is how we were using these things. And please remember that once you post it, it remains forever. Post your privacy, protect your privacy in social media. Let me tell you one thing very, very clearly. So the same thing, the same assumption people are having. So I wrote something. Okay, in blackboard you can write something and you can rub it. That will be that will be removed from there itself. But in the internet it is not like that. If you have written something, right, and you post it, and after some time you realize it, like this is wrong, and you have deleted that. You will be under assumption like it was got deleted. No, once you are posted, it is a posted. Once it is a posted, it is a posted, right? So that digital footprint will be recorded somewhere else, right? So that is the reason you have to be careful. Before you write something, you have to be careful. And once you write something and realize, and later on if you want to remove, you can remove it, but that will be there. So your digital footprint, no one can erase. The digital footprint is always there. So once you post, it remains forever. Okay, that you should not forget. And the same thing, it should be communicated also. The social media, you have different types of social media, as I told you. One-to-one interaction, one to many, many to many to many, many to one kind of thing. Social networks. So these are the different social network, like either it could be a Facebook, LinkedIn, and there are so many things. And these platforms are used to communicate, interact, exchange of information, and all such kind of things. And blogs, you are all expert teachers. You are all having subject matter experts, and you all have wonderful knowledge. If you want to share your knowledge, you can create in the form of blogs and establish these blogs, and the people can get benefit out of those things, right? So that is how blogs are specifically to communicate something for the people, so that they can safeguard by themselves. And instant messaging platforms, I think most of the people might be using either it could be WhatsApp, Skype, and all such kind of things. And now we have other platforms also which are available, and micro networks, within the group of people or within your teacher community. Again, in the teacher community, science community is different, maths community is different, language community is different. That kind of communities also can be established, can be discussed, so that you can always increase your knowledge. At the same time, that will be beneficial to deal with your daily activities, right? And content communities, so which is very very important. I think every day, like we were creating huge amount of content. We are contributing huge amount of content in the internet. So, as per one of the study, the study says like more than 6 TB of information is created on daily basis.
Yes.
On daily basis, you can just imagine, like either it could be anything. We always follow these reels, etc. kind of thing. There are some informative, there are some knowledgeable, there are some entertainment and all that. That
Share, yes,
the content was got created. Forums and aggregators, which I was talking about, you can discuss, you can get into the forum, you can register yourself, and you can keep on discuss, and you can enrich your knowledge and clarify doubts, and you can pose the doubts and all this stuff. And social knowledge and wikis, right? We have the wikis where it can give you a particular information, right? Everything. But when you are using for your authentication, when you are using to work on this, the authenticity of the content is very, very important. Right? We are all responsible people to communicate something in a better way for our audience. So like whenever you are using any information, we are not saying don't use the information. Use that information. See, earlier cases we used to go to the library and refer books and we have to come out and read. But now today's everything is at hands. Everything is at fingertips. You just type it and you will get something and you will be delivering something. No doubt, no issues. But only thing is like the authenticity of the content you have to be careful. Like whatever the information you are taking from any of these resources, you have to see like how authenticate those things are. Okay, so that way you can use it appropriately, properly, and get benefit out of those things. Hope I'm clear. And let's see, like we have seen, like what is social networking and why those kind of things. What are the different types of social networking platforms and all. So what are the advantages and disadvantages? When we talk about any technology, when we talk about anything, like it will have both the sides. The coin will have both the sides in a similar way. Good things and bad things are there, and we will just see like what are the advantages and disadvantages of social networking.
साकेत सर का PPT शेयर किया मैंने अभी.
And these are the connects people globally. You can sit here and you can connect the people. You can exchange your thoughts, information, and all, and facilitate a professional networking. As I told you, you are all professional teachers. You are all you can join any of your things and you can discuss and you can enrich your knowledge and enable real-time information sharing, which is very very important. What kind of information you are sharing is also important, but enable real-time sharing of information is also facilitated. For example, if I keep a message immediately, people are getting like, this is the information kind, right? And supports learning and information exchange, right? You can exchange your thoughts and so that you will, enrich your knowledge and raise awareness on a particular topic. For example, like we are using this platform to raise awareness. So this kind of things also can happen. You are very good at, like we have seen so many good things. Some teachers are sharing like mathematical reels. So they'll tell like this is how we can easily learn those things. So that kind of knowledge which we are able to give, nothing like that. So that kind of awareness also can be created by using these kind of platforms, either microsites, blogs, or whatever it is. Okay. And disadvantages when it comes to the privacy concerns. When you are posting something like how or when you are posting your pictures and all those things are safe or not, and that kind of things like whether it is ethically used or unethically used, these kind of things, and risk of cyberbullying. The moment you posted something, and people can, good or bad things will happen. You all might be experienced with that. Either the way. You can promote misinformation, which is very, very dangerous and which is very, very important. As a responsible citizen of India, as a teachers, it is our prime responsibility to check whether the what are the information you are getting, whether it is authenticated or not. If it is authenticated, forward. Otherwise you should stop it there. Right? You will getting some message immediately. You will forwarding into the 10 groups. If it is a genuine message, no issues. If it is a other kind of message, unnecessarily, it goes to somewhere. So, as a responsible citizen of India, you have to be think before you share something with others, other groups in social media. And where we don't, where it will end, we never know, right? And the potential for addiction and reduced face-to-face interactions that you might have been seen, where you might be having brothers, sisters, and children in our family itself. If at all they're using this technology, they're addicted to this technology. That interactions will come down. We just check it actually. If you have no mobile time, okay, we keep 1 day or 1 hour, keep all the mobiles aside and see the kind of interactions which happens or the kind of affection which built in within the family members, within the with the students kind of thing. No, I need not to tell the teachers all such kind of things. And losing the focus, which is very, very, very important. I always tell people, right? Whenever I take sessions, wherever I'm taking sessions, I always tell the people, you have to lose focus. There are people who are traveling and they will take a mobile and immediately they will talk. No, they won't go, either the side of the road. While they're going on it, they will talk. It is not a problem for them. The problem is like the people who are traveling behind, right? So that kind of thing, sometimes if I have seen this kind of issues, with my daughter also, right? Wherein, we ask her to keep it, and the kind of learning which has happened for her exam preparation, whatever it is, right? It is entirely different. The losing focus is very, very important. As a teacher, you have to communicate and you have to say, you have to follow some kind of processes. There is something called 20 30 60 rule. I think most of the people might aware when it comes to the device kind of thing, right? These are some advantages and disadvantages, and more could be there, but I am focusing importantly which are related to us, where we can implement those kind of things. Okay. And what is a main danger of watching and social media? Here is a question I'm just going to put it to you. I want, as I told you, I want responses. I tell something. I want response from each one of you. Right? So the question is, what is the main danger of oversharing on social media? This also I shared. I want your response. Just use A, B, C, D. What are the options you like? Right? These are the options which are available. You let me know what is the correct answer. Can you type it in the chat area? I just want you to type it in the chat area. I think many people are typing. Let's see. Okay. Good, 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 wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, one and all. I think only a few responses. I want everyone to respond. Okay, nice, 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 nice. I think everyone has told right answers, right? And revealing personal information to the strangers. So, which is very, very important, which should not happen, right? We always share a lot of information in different forms. For example, if someone wanted to get a SIM card, right? So you will be giving that information. What kind of measure you will write it in that thing? For example, if you want to take a SIM card, you will be giving your Aadhaar card or some photo identity card, right? So in that, are you mentioning something in that Aadhaar card Xerox copy when you are submitting? Earlier that was there. Now there is no need of submitting a physical copy also. Like you can go and give your biometrics or whatever it is, and you can get it done. If that situation comes, what will you write in that thing? Correct. CBSE Poonam Chiller, very good. Thank you, ma'am. You write the purpose. Wherever you are submitting that, you have to write the purpose. Right? Write the purpose clearly and sign it. They will use it only for that purpose. Right? Otherwise, like the kind of things which are happening in today's scenario, Okay, right. Thank you, one and all. Thank you, one and all. I think the message has come out, and you have to write the purpose clearly. Then you can follow. Right? Thank you, one and all. Let's move on. Okay, social media addiction. This is the next point. Like social media addiction refers to the. It is not that people are using for more. There are some people who are using that, and we are all evident. And the print and electronic media is also coming clearly and more kind of thing. And the excessive use of social media platforms. Use it. There are there are no issues, but use it wisely, and you have to have some kind of time limits. You have some kind of time limit. So spend your time accordingly. Like now, we were not telling don't use it, but use it wisely. And up to what extent you can use, you use it, and what all the time you want to use it. And later, what you keep the device aside. Okay, leading to the dependency that interfaces our activities. Most of the activities which we are doing, and similar to internet addiction, where one's emotional well-being is tied on online interaction and validation. There are some cases, there are some people who always try to interact with the, if you have a four-bedroom hall or room kind of thing, house kind of thing, so people will pass from one room to other room. That kind of interactions are not happening. So because of that, it leads to various issues that I'm going to discuss in the coming slides. Okay, that addiction, to avoid that addiction, you have to have some timelines. Use after coming from the school or a college or whatever it is, use it for 1 hour for 45 minutes completely, keep that device aside and start your other works. Like what are the other works you are using? And it can affect social skills, productivity, and our health also. Okay, if you are spending more time and the disadvantage of in terms of health side, eyes, sometimes people are complain that like eyes are burning and eyes are whatever it is, that kind of things are also happening. So you have to be careful enough in handling such kind of things. And then these are the negative effects of social media on people, right? So one is depression. More time, if at all, if you are using that kind of thing, we have seen such kind of cases, and you all might be observed, but may not be discussed, right? So if at all, if you are discussing with your students, you will come to know all these kind of things. Now, to address these kind of things, nowadays schools are also having lot of counselors who can counsel them, and you can mainstream, bring it to the mainstream kind of thing. So use it, but not too much, right? Depression, anxiety, unwanted emergency. For example, you have kept the message aside, and if some click happens, immediately people will go like, my God, what is happening on the mobile? I was not seeing the mobile for last 10 to 15 minutes. So that kind of unnecessary anxiety, which leads to some kind of stress, trauma, or whatever it is, and isolation. They wanted to sit by alone. They don't want to mix up with the family. You might be watching a TV, but they will be in a separate room. They are also watching a TV, but they in front of the TV, but they're doing some activity on their mobile device, right? So that isolation can affect, and it is a low self-esteem. Now we have seen our younger generation. So because of these things, like if you say something, we don't know like what happened, because the confidence levels are come down, right? If you check these kind of things, like generations, you have Gen Z is over, now Gen Alpha, people are saying like Gen Alpha. So these people are 2 to 3 times above like what we were seeing the generations earlier, right? FOMO, fear of missing out something, right? And if you're not using the mobile, people are depressed, like whatever is happening and what messages I'm losing and all such kind of thing. You won't lose anything. You won't lose anything. Literally, I'm telling you, you won't lose anything. Keep the mobile aside or keep the devices aside and do your daily. Okay, disrupt the daily routine. If some message comes to you, or like which you have not taken up, so definitely that message will impact throughout the day, right? Why this is messages come, and you will feel into think in different ways. So that's the kind of thing which happens in the stress, envy, and loss of productivity. Okay, so this people will be lethargic. Down the line, they will be, if they are addicted, and they will be lethargic, and they might not be able to focus what they are supposed to do. such kind of things which also
Social
happen.
media
And
secondary,
loss in the productivity, which is
psychological
very, very
effects.
important as an employee, as a student, as a child. Like you have to focus like what we are supposed to do, and it sometimes it leads to the loss of productivity also. Right? These are the some of the negative effects of social media on different people. Like it is not new. Might be you are ahead of those things, but you have to interrelate or correlate so that you can be a good teacher or a family member to educate our own children, right? So these are the kind of things. And tips to manage control of your social media. So access your usage time spent on social media. So as I was telling, like you have to have this kind of access your usage time spent on social media, right? So what are the time? As I told you number of times, so you can just decide yourself and set boundaries. As I told you, you have to have time limits. If you follow, our children and our remaining people in the family will follow, and create a digital zones free. So that's what I'm saying. Just tell me when we are sleeping, where are we keeping the bed? Where are we keeping our devices? Can I see a few responses? Where are we keeping the devices? Nearby, where nearby bed? Okay, okay, okay. Right. Thank you so much. And I don't want to get into that. Thank you so much, and madam. Right. Most of the times we do, the nearby pillow or inside the pillow nearby. We have the purpose actually. We have the purpose. No, there is no doubt. To get up in right time, like we will be doing it. But keep the mobile aside. Like you might have been discussed yesterday, and I think in coming sessions also we will be discussing like how much, that electromagnetism waves will create and will impact on our thing. That is one thing. And it disturbs our sleep also. Like if you are getting some kind of messages and if you keep it on, if you are keeping in a silent mode or it is in a vibration mode and all such things. Right? At least have some kind of digital free zones. No device day. Like during the COVID and all, like we have seen no device day also. It has come out this thing, and whenever you are with the family and all, try to be do that and indulge the hobbies and past time with the family members. Physical games. Earlier we used to do a lot of things, physically, but nowadays that has come down. Just imagine yourself, like when you are a student, when you are young, when you are at the mid age, and when you are like you yourself can assume that like how kind of thing, but you need to have this thing, and people are also now saying it as a digital detox. Digital detox. What do you mean by the digital detox? So you have to come out of the digital, digital devices. You have to keep the digital devices aside and spend your time, quality time with your family members and your students, so that you can efficiently. You can use it, but up to what extent only you have to see. Somehow, I have that in the palm actually. Like how much you are addicted, you can find out yourself. So right now it is not available. Later, what you will ask madam to share with all of you also. And one more question I have: which behavior is unsafe on social media? One thing I am repeating that question: which behavior is unsafe on social media? You can just share your answer A, B, C. All right, I think everyone is giving the right answers. I don't know like whether I think most of the people might aware or like you are learning today's thing. It's good that like people are aware, and you have to share your daily routine publicly, which is dangerous. As I told you, we all know one picture will talks about 1,000 words of information. In a similar way, if you give one picture in one of the tool, it will give you 1,000 words of information, right? Or that address of the picture, where you have taken, and all whatnot. So all such kind of information you will be getting that. So you have to be careful, like whatever you are sharing, whenever you are sharing, and wherever you are sharing. Share it, but share your limit, with some kind of hygiene practices. Offenses and frauds in the social networking, right? As of now, we discussed advantages, disadvantages, and some kind of reduction aspects and all, and offenses and frauds in social networking. So this is a thing like which has happened in sometime back in Hyderabad. They have either it could be any platform. They have done this thing actually, like they were using this WhatsApp and. So that fellow is supposed to do some kind of rating for the websites kind of thing. So he started that business and he invested some amount and then he got some more money and he's invested some more money by employing the people. Like that, like he started doing, and if it is reached some extent, they lost this say 60 lakh rupees. That's what I'm telling. Like you can use the social media up to what extent. When you are investing something, when you are doing something, you have to be very, very careful. Now, I was also came to know, I think there was some AI video which is roaming across all the social media platforms. Many people have seen that video, like which is nothing but one of our prominent finance minister, right? So that madam video, they have completely AI cloned that AI voice of madam, and they have circulated that information. People have started investing. You might have been understood. The kind of investment. If you invest 20,000 rupees, you will become a lucky, crorepati by your time of retirement. So that kind of videos are also coming. You have to be careful when such kind of videos are coming. Because scammers are now threatening the cheating old people for money. Like as I told you, you means not only you. You means you, your family, your parents, your students, your colleagues. Everyone are there in you, right? That is what I wanted again and again stress upon, right? So these kind of things, they have done some kind of investment things, and they lost a huge amount of money. So either they will fall, or they will ask, and they will get some kind of links. And if you have started using or if you have started doing something, so these kind of issues can happen. So you have to be careful enough in terms of doing or following such kind of investments kind of, right? We will just see some social media offenses. Social media offenses refer to any illegal activity. Either you you if you are not involved directly also, on behalf someone also can do. On behalf someone also can do. So to avoid such kind of things, you have to be careful, right? Like what is that? Like we are going to discuss all those things. And remember, the actions mentioned below can have a serious consequences, including the legal implications, account suspension, or criminal charges. It is important to use social media responsibly and respectfully. As I told you, if you want to bully someone, if you stalk someone, if they want to do something against you, that is sufficient. As per the Bharati Nyayalaya things, like right now, what are the uh, acts which are came in. So those kind of things, like anyone can do it. Okay, it is not that like you can't do, but if you approach those people, people will tell you like what to do, how to do, kind of thing. It is not threatening again. I'm not threatening. It is only for your information. When you are following, when you are doing something, so you have to be careful enough, and you have to be ethical in terms of using the language, in terms of using your actions. Those kind of things also will happen, right? So, for example, like most of the things will happen. It is not only online bullying, physical bullying also happens in schools, kind of thing. So you are the right people to tell people how to be safeguarded by themselves, kind of thing. This includes sending abusive messages and threatening messages, spreading rumors about other people, and hurtful or false information in another persons. So it could be words like unfit, ugly, stupid, or whatever these kind of words, if you are using such kind of words in a platforms, that if someone wanted to file a case, these things also will come under that. So you have to be careful, and you have to tell our children, students, that like you should not use such kind of things. And if you are that no, it is not that they wanted to do it. So most of the times, most of the people are not unaware of those things, and they are doing all such kind of things. But as a responsible teacher and a citizen, so it is our prime responsibility to inform them, like not to do such kind of things. There are people like who are isolated from family, and they went extremes, because of these issues, right? So this is it is not that like it is a old case, like there are so many such kind of cases. Between 31% between 21 and 22, experts have given means an opinion about the trend. Cyberbullying reveal the sense of anonymity, right? So these kind of things are happening in the thing, and as per the our National Crime Records Bureau has also mentioned like these kind of things. These are the reported only. There are so many people who are not reported. We don't like where to report, how to report, kind of thing also. So whoever is reported, whoever is known, they have reported, and these are the kind of cases. It is not that cyberbullying has won, but this is the one issue which is happening more and more across the across the system, across the either it could be in organizations or it could be in schools and colleges. Not only online cyberbullying, it is also in the physical also it is happening. So you have to tell them like what are the consequences kind of thing, and you have to protect our children from all these kind of issues. Okay, like you will be having one more question on this. Which of the following is an example of cyberbullying, right? Can you give me that example here? I'm just giving the question answers here. You just which one is the cyberbullying here in these options? Okay, okay, okay. Okay, thank you, one and all. And Sarvam, thank you so much for your response, right? If at all, if you are posting an edited image in embarrassing someone, so that leads to cyberbullying, right? So this is, a kind of understanding we all should have. I think you all have that kind of understanding. It is good that like you are all able to respond properly. Because online hate and harassment, so which is happening, either you or me or anyone, if at all, if you are too much on the social media and if at all, sending aggressive messages, intimidating messages in the sense like you will be creating some kind of provoking words kind of thing, right? That kind of things are also dangerous. So you have very dark complexion and all such kind of things is also not good to use in the online platforms. Messages like people like should not be allowed country, leave your country and all such kind of things. Some people might be using these kind of words, but these are the kind of things like which we should not use it. And if at all if you are using any of these things, it comes under this online hate and harassment, and you have a section, and that can be done also. And it is only for your information. It is not that like you are doing kind of thing, right? Identity theft, which is very very important. Uh, Nowadays, this identity theft is very very important. People are using our identity to create various fake profiles and different bank accounts and all such kind of things. Let me tell you one of the example which has happened in my city. Right, there was an officer who is working as a a police in CISR thing, and his children were studying in a school, and somewhere that photographs and the information was got exchanged. And later part we came to know like those children were threatened. If we are not sharing that information, like we will sue and all such kind of things. Somehow they shared their photographs and all, and fake bank account was got created with those documents kind of thing. And after the fake account was created, after some time they went for a loan. Like the loan was taken, and after that, like that address and all are yours, and the person who's taken that loan is a different person, and who have enjoyed that is a different person, right? Somehow it is all happened, and they have taken a loan and all such kind of things. And later part, this person like whose identity was misused, that person got got a court warrant saying like you are not paying the EMI from this XYZ months, right? Then it is up for him to. It is a surprise. Then he was surprised, like he has not gone for any bike loan kind of thing. That is a two-wheeler line, two-wheeler bank loan. Like he's already having a two-wheeler which he has taken, and there was another loan was got created, and he was doing all such. He was threatened by the people, and he approaches the people, and he, they have created. Nowadays, this is also very high. For example, how many mobile numbers are there on your mobile? You have to verify those things. Otherwise, it also leads. Criminals are using SIMs are on your name, and they're using for other purposes like criminal activities kind of thing. Like you have to check like how many SIM cards are there on your name, or how many mobile numbers are there on your thing. You can go to the CEIR website, and there you can check how many mobile SIMs are added to your Aadhaar card kind of thing, and accordingly you can do it. Otherwise, these people will misuse it, and it will be for various purposes kind of thing. And what are the photographs you are keeping, and if you are not following any security and privacy settings, it may also lead to misuse of your photographs for creating fake profile. Like all your photographs are there. So by using any of these photographs, people can create fake accounts. They can ask money on your behalf on something like which are all evident, which you might have been seen. Either it could be your WhatsApp, or it could be your Insta, Facebook, or whatever it is. Then when we are keeping the photographs, my suggestion to all of you is whenever you are posting any pictures, especially either girl or woman, or and men, whoever it is, try to post group photos rather than individual photos. And if at all, if you are keeping individual photos, there is always chances that people can misuse it. Now AI is also there, artificial intelligence. You all know like how it can be used both in positive or in negative way also. So these kind of photos are also they are using to create fake profiles. It is not only you and me. Some bureaucrats are also they have created by using their thing, and they have approached so many such kind of things. The moment you are opening in today's newspaper, so these kind of things are seen. Like earlier we have seen some kind of information, but nowadays this kind of information also happens. The reason why I'm saying is identity theft is very, very important. Like we are all responsible employees. Like you will be having a lot of privileges through your identity card or whatever it is. So you have to be careful enough while you are giving your identity card somewhere, like what, how kind of thing. Okay. Once someone steals your personal information through a social media account, committed fraud, gain financial advantage, or deceive the others, like they can pretend like you are the same person, so that they can misuse of those things. Making a fake accounts and messaging people they might know, pretending to be a person and asking for money and all such things. And that is what I told you. I hope it is clear to you. And the next question: what should you do if someone steals your photo and post it in their profile? Right, your photographs are there, and your photograph someone has taken, and they have used it for various purposes. And these are your answers. Can you ignore it, argue with them publicly, report an account to the platform, and thank them for sharing? What is your answer? Okay, okay, good. Thank you. C is the right answer. Whoever is, if any other options are chosen, option C is the right thing. Report account to the platform. Very good, madam. And report the account to the platform. Like you have those tools are available now. You can go and report them so that they will take care further. At the same time, you also can report in the cybercrime portal so that people can help you, in terms of, to safeguard your own identity. Identity in the sense not only this thing, like, they will misuse all your information also. So you have to be doubly careful, right? Okay, stalking, which is very, thing which is happening nowadays more, refers to the abusive, messages to other users involving persistent messages, commenting or tackling. For example, like whoever is doing in the Insta platforms or whatever it is, if it is a positive, there is no issues. But if at all, if you are keep on dragging and if you are giving the negative sense of information, I think no one will do it. But if there are people are there, like it can be a problem. Sending endless messages to follow their online profile and making them feel scared and all uncomfortable kind of thing. Either it could be any platforms or any social media or social networking platforms, we have to be careful. So there are so many celebrities or bureaucrats are facing these kind of issues. So that should not be done. These are the kind of offenses which normally happens in social media platforms. Spreading fake news. So as I told you, like we have to be very very careful. So this fake information, like whenever you are getting something, you have to check the authenticity, validity, and later part you can forward. But if you are not forwarding without that, like people can sue you also. Like they can, file, go ahead. They can easily find out like from where this message is originated and who are the people behind these things. And later part, like we have to unnecessarily face all these issues, right? So these things, to stop these things, like if for example like government is giving subsidy or someone is giving free talk time and all such kind of things. Nothing is free in the internet, as of my knowledge, and as you all know, nothing is free. Nothing is if it is heavily discounted kind of thing, like we will be discounted, right? So that way, like you have to be careful enough in terms of handling these kind of things. And for example, like to verify these kind of things, like you have a PIB fact check, you can go and check it, and if it is genuine, you can forward. If it is ungenuine, nothing like that. Okay, you can report there itself. And especially in the schools environment, what we have seen is if you pay this school fees within this time, like you will be getting this kind of discount. Go to the school, do it physically. No, there is no harm in it. And go to the talk to the people and get the links and get it done. But if someone forwarded a link, and if at all, if you are forwarding such kind of links to other people, which is a problematic, which is very, very problematic thing, you have to be careful enough in handling such kind of things. Okay. So he's not a normal person. He's also, engineer. 20 lakhs after linking a social media post here. What happened? Now the victim has ticked into the investing a paid task group on social media. Yeah, as I told you, like initially they will show you like this kind of activity you do, and that amount they will deposit, and you can withdraw and you can leave it there. But as a humans, like we have a tendency, to earn, earn a good amount of money by spending less amount of time, kind of thing. So that is what they have done, and they lost that money. So this is only for your information or to create awareness among all of you, but not to hurt anyone, or like if at all if you are doing, you have to be careful. Like if any of our family members, at least, the chain marketing. If you forward to 5 people, you will get this, and if you forward to 10 people, if you join 10 people, you will get this, 100 people this. So all those things you have to be doubly think as you are a responsible citizen, right? As you are a responsible thing. That to raise the impact of romance scams, we have seen a lot of romance scams. The platforms are there. The government is also taking action on the platforms. But the problem is like, there are many people like where I have seen personally in my, as part of my professional life, many people like, if at all, if the apps are coming from, any Google, any authenticated platforms, it's well and good. And if at all, if you are receiving any .apk files, and if at all, if you are investing, like, in recent times, reward points and government offers and all such kind of things. People are spreading, people are installing, and they're losing a lot of money. So that kind of activities, if at all, if someone is involved, so you have to doubly think to safeguard yourself from such kind of issues. Okay, these as a whole, the romance scams have impacted and are raised a lot. There are people like who both genders, male or female, are affected with these kind of issues. Right? These are the things which we have seen more in the younger generation and senior citizens, and especially who are in the service of or employees kind of thing. So those people are affected these kind of things. So you have to be very very careful. So how this? What is the modus operandi of these kind of issues? Creates a fake profile to cut the people online. They have to be creating very nice celebrity by using the nice celebrity photos and all. If it all with verifying the details, and if it all if you have started discussing and all that kind of thing, it happens. Like I have seen so many things, they will be getting some kind of WhatsApp immediately. They will start watching that video, right? Which is the new videos which comes out of it, and you will be watching it. and they will record it, and again they will send it to you. Again they will send it to you only, not to anyone initially. And if at all, if you are not paying money, then they will be threatening to, we are going to do it viral and all such kind of things, right? So to avoid such kind of things, you have to be little careful so that you can avoid those kind of issues. I have seen people like who went to the extremes and who spent huge amount of money, but they are not able to come out of it. Similar kind of case which has happened, one family, right? And she is chatting with someone, and he is chatting unknowingly. Unknowingly, both of them are chatting to the same group, right? Both husband and wife, they have fake profiles, and they were got cheated. And in police station they met, and this person is this. They should know that later part they came to know. When they are doing, and they don't know like to whom they are interacting. So that kind of scenes, issues also we have seen. So you have to be careful. Relations moves faster, and trust is gained. Initially they will try to build the trust. If at all, if you are not following into the trust, and they will try to blackmail or whatever, and all such kind of things that can happen. The scammers ask the targets to money received and vanishes. Later part they will collect or like whatever they want to do, and later part they will be moving into it kind of thing like whatever the time they will.
So Mesh will put it
The
in
cyber swindling.
Savage
They say like they are very far. Like we have seen a lot of cases. In Bangalore also there was a case actually. She is more than 43 years old widow, and she lost more than 80 lakhs rupees. She don't have money. She borrowed the money. Right? So they said like he's arrived and he was caught in the customs, and all her goods and whatever the ornaments and whatever the money they brought, everything was done. So you have to pay this money, and money was paid later for some customs duty and all such kind of things. So all together, put together, it is more than some 80 lakhs kind of thing, and they lost the money, and later on they realized like it is a scam. Their profile seem to be good to be true. As I told you, like they will be using some of the high profile candidates photographs as their profile pictures and all. The relationship is moving fast, and the break promises to see you, right? Okay, if at all if you are doing, but never ever meet them personally in isolated locations. Try to meet them if at all someone is doing that, someone wanted to take kind of thing. Try to meet them in a crowded location, not in a isolated location. So some kind of rapport has built in, some kind of relation was built in. Either they or you may ask like, can we meet for a coffee or whatever. So try to meet them in a crowded location rather than an isolated location. So that is very true, and we have to be followed. If our adult children are having, you have to tell them like these kind of things should be avoided. They ask for money and they require specific payment methods. It is not that like you can do the UPI payment and all that. They will be asking to give it in a different format, to get the money kind of thing. Okay. And the psychological impact of romance scams, which we can see. So the double hit, one is people will lose financially, and you lost the relations also. It is a good, in one way, like if the family is there and if you know each of them, that is good. But if it is completely through digital or through online kind of thing, you have to be careful. Self-blame and low esteem, so which will lead to somewhere else. So these kind of things which we have seen, and the psychological effects in terms of embarrassment, unnecessary anger, stress, and all such kind of things. And the common personality traits of victims, and the cooperative will be greedy and easily intimidated, and they will try to, as I told you, see, for example, you have posted a photograph, you have visited some good location, and you have posted a picture, right, without removing the that GPS data of the photograph. And definitely, they can use some online tools where they can find out like which location you went, what time you went, which camera you have used, all such kind of things. All such kind of information can be gathered, from the picture, and they can say like, they can try to, they can try to create the trust. They try to create the trust so that people will fall into that and they can discuss. So nowadays, we were talking about alpha, gen, and all these kind of things. But when it comes to the emotional background, everyone is equal, whether you, me, or anyone, right? Otherwise, we are all the same, like, so many issues at national level, to where people were compromised and they do sharing lot of benefits. Okay, so these are the some psychological impact of these romance scams in social networking platforms. These are more than the advantages. Like, since we are seeing these kind of issues on the platforms. Okay, your next question. What should you do before posting a group photo, something like that? Yeah, group photo, and your responses are here. Like you have taken a group photo, and what is your response? How do you post it? इसकी time discuss करें. Right, that is ethical. Okay, your group photo is there. Like whoever is the members are there, you have to take the permission. Whether it could be male or female, you have to take the permission and post it. Right. So that should be followed. Otherwise, it leads to some kind of issues. Ask friends for their permission to share the photograph in the thing. So this kind of hygiene practices or ethics we have to inculcate the younger generation, the people to whom we are interacting. This session is useful. These 3 day sessions are useful as an individual to enhance your knowledge. At the same time, you have to share this knowledge. We also expect you to share and deal to organize this kind of awareness session in your schools, colleges, kind of thing. You could be a maths teacher, language teacher, or science teacher. It is not that like only computer science teachers can do. Anyone can do these sessions at any point of time. That is the reason like we have try to share this kind of information with all of you. Phishing scams, either it could be tricked user, trick used by the scammers to steal your personal information or money. Either it could be your personal information or your critical data in terms of your bank details, kind of thing. And those kind of details you have to be very, very careful. So these are the very generic things it can happen. So these are in the form of these things. Congratulations, Mr. Sen, and you won second March in Amazon Ports Rafael. Click here, right? It looks like everything is genuine kind of thing, and you have to be careful. You can just see like what day it is and what time it is. In the message, it is very clear, right? If you click on this, you will be going this kind of links and all. So like where you have to pay these XYZ amount kind of things. During the payment, they will collect your details and they will misuse it. Okay, that is how it happens. And through that kind of link, there are people who install some kind of spider kind of thing on the systems, and they will track what kind of things are happening, and they will do it. Okay, so it is not that today you have done some mistake and it has happened because of it. No, obviously no. If something has happened to us, it is not only 1 day, 2 day, activity. It is a more than 270 days activity. So if they will try to build a profile based on your activity on the internet, and later they will try to attack on the people. It is not that over the night or 1 day, 2 day kind of thing. They are observing. People are observing, and accordingly they will attack on the people. Right. So that way you have to be careful. And what should you do if a unknown person sends a link, a suspicious link to you? Can anyone respond? Click it, what happens? Forward it to friends, ignore and delete the message, reply asking for details. What will you do? B. Okay, forward to friends. That is true. That is true, madam. That is true. But responses we got it. But mostly, like we will, without seeing that, like we will be forwarding that. Good that like you are all giving the right answer, whether knowingly or no, whatever it is. Okay, thank you so much. But responses are very minimal. So I want everyone to respond. Okay. Thank you, all. Let's move on. These phishing links can happen in the form of fake surveys fake ways, fake offers, scams kind of thing. So what is the layer of the customer? Like you are going to get the customers. So they will, now it is a time for people to play, around the customers. So they will play like these are the kind of offers which are there. So it will be delivered and all such kind of things. They will try to utilize this situation, and if something is happening in the country, they will try to use that situation to connect people closely so that we can cheat the people easily, right? So these kind of things also happens. Survey and all, it looks like everything is same, but at the same time, after the survey, and they will say like after the quiz kind of thing, and you won this prize, please provide your details. And without thinking left and right, you will be sharing the details. And after that, like we have to send the gift, like we cannot send to you. You pay some kind of XYZ amount of rupees, and you will be paying that XYZ report, XYZ amount. And that amount, XYZ amount is very minimal. It is only 5 rupee, 1 rupee kind of thing. But the details which are shared, which has to be seen properly. Whether are you sharing in a right platform, right people or not. Right? That is how the information goes out of our hand. By doing a simple mistake, the information goes out of our hand, and we will be in trouble. Right? So that's the trick behind these kind of survey, fake quiz, fake offers. And if anyone done, so please don't do that, and try to follow like whatever the genuine things which were done. Okay, fake shopping websites. You will be sending unprecedented discount, 70%, 80%, 90%. You have to think doubly why they are giving that discount, whether you have seen that website or not. You have to check those things. Too good to be true. It looks like it is too good to be true. Like now year-end sale comes. Go do it physically, no issues. If it is a genuine website, legitimate website, do it, no issues. But if it is other things like where we some scrolling, some kind of advertisements in the social media and all such kind of things, you have to check it and you have to be carefully handle that issue. Right? These kind of things are more in any of these things. Okay, so these are the various things which are happening in the social media. So we thought like we'll share it with you so that you can protect your things. And most of the people, like, let me discuss. We are all using different social media accounts, and for anything and for most of the platforms, it remains same. Like only thing is like since it is a window, you can go to that options, read those options, and carefully you can do those privacy and security settings. These privacy and security settings different for different social media accounts. We don't have much time to discuss for all the platforms. I'm just going to discuss one platform wherein you can try to keep these similar kind of privacy and security settings on your other social media platforms also. Did anyone enable these privacy and security settings on your social media accounts? Like, mostly the most, in instant platform which we are talking about, WhatsApp. Did anyone kept any privacy and security settings on your WhatsApp account? Can you please let me know? Genuine answers. Either yes or no. Yes. Sir, can you please repeat the website name, secure mobile number, and link the Aadhaar number and all such kind of things? That is CIER, sir. CIER. Sanchar Sati. Okay, good. And that thing was given. Okay. Most of the people are saying like they have set. No. Okay. Due to the network failure, I was disconnected for 1 minute. Okay. I will check my Facebook. 2-step verification. Very good. Okay. So these are the things like which I'm going to discuss for next few seconds, a few minutes. So privacy and security settings. So the one is privacy is to protect your privacy, and security settings are to protect your account. The reason why we were enforcing these things are very, very important, because for example, if someone lost your mobile also, those people should not use your accounts for different purposes. That is the reason like you have to have this privacy and security settings to safeguard yourself. Okay. It just like if you are done, it's well and good. If you are not done, if someone wanted to do it along with me, or later also you can do it. Just listen and do it later. Okay, I'm just going to tell a few things about the WhatsApp. Just open your WhatsApp account, click on the 3 dots, go to the settings. Under the settings, you will be having lot many options. In this, like you have to select the privacy option. Once you select the privacy option, first I always suggest to go ahead with the profile picture. The moment you keep the profile picture, like there are three options: my contacts, expect, only share with. It is up to you, like to whom you want to keep. Only my contacts. At least people who are there in your contacts, they can see. And my contacts, expect. If in your contacts also, if you want to eliminate someone, you can do it. Share only with some people, that you can do it. That is up to you also. So the next option is, hope I'm clear. So in the privacy option, go to the profile picture, go to the my contacts, and keep only my contacts so that you can safeguard your accounts. Okay. Next option, about status, you can see read receipts, you can do as per your convenience. And the groups, which is very, very important. If the groups also, if you select only my contacts, everyone, my contacts, expect me. By default, it is everyone. Select these groups, only my contacts. Only people who are there in your WhatsApp, only they can add you into the group. And you need not worry that, like, I will miss a chance kind of thing. No. If someone wanted to, add into their WhatsApp group, then you will get a notification saying like Jagdish wanted to add into his WhatsApp group. If you willing, you can join that group. If you are not willing, you can ignore there itself. Okay. So that next option is groups. So this is very important to everyone. By default, it will be everyone. Please change it to my contacts so that other people cannot add into their WhatsApp group. If at all if they are doing, you will get a notification. Then you can decide like whatever you want to do. After selecting that, you can click on done so that things can be saved. And next, when it comes to the privacy, the fingerprint lock is by default it is disabled. We have seen the groups and we have seen the blocked contacts. If at all if you are blocking the contacts, you can see them. And if at all if you are using the fingerprint lock, disabled. So to protect your WhatsApp account, this is very, very important. Okay, to protect your WhatsApp account, you should have this kind of mechanism. Okay, fingerprint lock, that can be enabled. And in these settings, you have accounts, and there, privacy we have seen, security we have seen that fingerprint option, and in the account you have two-step verification. So this is very, very important to enable two-step verification for all your accounts. In that three dots, if you go to the settings and if you see the account, and there is something called two-step verification. If you click on the two-step verification, the next screen, the right side screen will appear, and it will ask you to enter the code, 6-digit code. If you enter the 6-digit code, and it will ask you to confirm, and you confirm that, and after that enable it. So whenever you are opening a WhatsApp account after some time, it will ask you to enter your two-factor authentication. Then only it will allow you to open your account. Otherwise, it won't allow you to do it. So this is called a two-factor authentication. Normally, your phone might be having something, some phone lock and all such kind of things. And second thing, like this is an application lock. So this is very, very important. If you lost phone by chance, okay, and they might not be knowing, if it is a fingerprint and all, they can do something. But if it is a lock kind of thing, like a pin code kind of thing, so it is very difficult for them to encrypt and do it, all such kind of things. So just go to that account, two-step verification, and click on that and enable it so that you can enable that two-step verification. So after later part, like whenever that 6-digit code and you have to confirm, mail ID is not necessary. It is just optional. You can skip it and you can click on done and it will be set. Your two-factor authentication is done. So whenever you are opening any WhatsApp account, it will ask you to enter this code. So don't forget the code which you have given. If at all if you have forgot, you have to forget your account. Or like at least 5 days it won't work. Later part you will get a reset option kind of thing. Right? So this two-step verification, try to keep it for your this thing. Similar way you can do it for your Facebook, Insta, whatever it is, the micro websites and all kind of thing, so that you can protect your account. By chance, if you lost your username and password, but this will protect you, from misuse of such kind of things. Okay. Hope you have followed these things. And recently they have given a few more options. If you want to maintain your privacy properly, and in the privacy option there is something called advanced IP. So this protect IP address in calls. Like for example, when you are participating any video calls or any voice calls kind of thing. And if you don't want to give your IP address, you can enable it. So it won't be there. By default, it will be disabled. You can enable it and disable links preview. That whenever you are getting any links kind of thing, that preview, like how it looks like. Just link is like this and the preview is like this, and the entire thing you can just see. Like there you can decide like whether it is genuine or not. If it is genuine, you go further. If it is not genuine, you will leave it there, right? So these are the some advanced settings you can make it on your system or make it on your application. Enable these options in your application so that you can protect your account too. Okay. Which settings helps you protect your photos from strangers? We just discussed. And just let me know the answer. Public mode, private account, auto friends and suggestion mode. What is the right answer? Very good. Thank you. Private account. Yes, you have to keep your account private so that no one can, tackle that issues. Right. Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you, Varuna, for your response. Let's move on. And please be ready with your questions so that I will take some questions too. Okay, it is a good rule to follow when you are in social media. If you would not say in person, don't say it is online, right? If you don't like to say something, you don't do anything in online also, right? Right. Some people will be more active there and less active here. And there are some important do's and don'ts when you are using the social media. Think before you post. Once it is online, it is there forever. That is my first statement, which I made. Don't install, do install updated antivirus on your digital devices for security and protection. So you have to have good protection mechanisms on your security to protect your device. My colleague might have been discussed with you in yesterday's session. And do report bullying or harassment social media platforms to safeguard your things. Do not overshare, which again and again I'm sharing. It is important to keep some aspects of your life private. And don't believe everything you read. Always fact check information, as I told you, that misinformation or whatever it is. And don't believe the free gift offers, contests, surveys, and all these kind of things, as we discussed for the phishing activities. And don't forward fake messages, links, and all that things. And if you don't have any antivirus, it never ever alert you whether it is a genuine, legitimate, or a fake message kind of thing. So there is always chances that your system will compromise, so you can't do anything. Whatever we are typing, the details will go out of your hand, including your OTPs or whatever it is. That there are always chances. So to avoid such kind of things, you have to follow these kind of cyber hygiene practices. When you are using any of your social media accounts. Okay. And again, set your accounts private. Okay. And don't click on suspicious links. And delete, block unwanted friend requests. Right. So that you have to do it. And use strong and unique passwords. I think you might be aware like what are those kind of thing. And keep your personal information private. And enable privacy and security options, which I just shown you in one thing. Another thing, and don't accept friend requests from unknown people. That you have to set it in your privacy again. And don't share your personal information or financial information as part of your profile. And don't forward fake messages, links to the people. Don't rely to harassing or disturbing messages. If you are getting any such kind of provoking message or whatever such kind of messages, if you are getting, don't you need not react to that kind of thing, and you can keep your own calmness so that you can safeguard yourself and your this thing also. So whatever I'm discussing, it is not only for you. You means your entire family or organization. You are our school once again, right? So these are the things, and if something goes wrong, you can report at 1930, and most of the people might aware, and cybercrime Gouda team, and try to reach the nearest police station so that they can do it. And now the zero FIR is also there, and you yourself can go and report that activity, and can get benefited out of those things. Right. So these are the my last words in navigating the vast and dynamic world. Social media. Let's always be remember our safety and well-being should be compass guiding every post, share and click. Like whatever we are doing, it should be knowledgeable and it should be useful for other people. Right? So these are my details and and if you have any questions, we are most welcome. Like we are ready to take up those questions now. If there are any questions, we are ready to take up those questions. I think there are some hand raises. Thank you for your appreciation. And we are ready to take up some questions. I think someone has raised a hand. Can you please let me know, like, what is your question, sir? Agreed. Okay. Once again, show contact details slide. Right. Right. So you can just visit that, this website so that you will get information. Let me know the website names, check the authenticity of news. News is there and the PIB fact check is there. You can always go to the PIB fact check central as well as some of the state government also. They have started their own fact check accounts. So you can just go to their fact check accounts or these accounts also. Yes. Anything else? Any questions to be answered? Please share the PPT. Madam will share with all of you. Informative PPT session. Okay. Telegram safe and secured. Yeah, it is all depends on you, like how you use and how you kept your privacy and security settings. Sir, our current privacy settings on major social media platforms truly sufficient? Something is better than nothing. If they are provided, if they are able to enable all such kind of things, it is, self-guarding thing. There is no doubt in it. It is also better to explain about the disability and installing the APKs from unknown resources, sir. Sir, it is very, very difficult. That is what I'm saying. In this sessions kind of thing, we should not talk. And if there is any physical sessions, then we can see. APKs are, directly you cannot uninstall. If at all, if you are installing any APKs on your mobile phone, most of the times you won't get the icon also. You won't get the icon also. It will just perform its activity. And there, like you have to go to the system settings and you have to do all such kind of things. But since it is awareness, like we should not talk about all such kind of things. Website, check the authenticity of shopping websites and other websites. Yesterday might have been discussed, and today afternoon also my colleagues will discuss on that. Either URI wide or total virus kind of thing. Is government having any way to monitor the social media? How can they dealing with the user data, especially in India? Yes, earlier we have that issue. The servers are outside India. Now it is mandated by the government. They have to keep their servers within the country, right? So that servers are there. That is how, like, if something goes wrong, like we are able to like it. Students have made confession account and taking inputs from other instant posting nonsense messages to deal with them. Madam, like you have to report that accounts in that particular area, then police people can help it out. So this is what it is happening. So this is what you have to create. This you have to inculcate this ethics among the people so that people can get rid. Very difficult to convince certain people to negative effects on social media. See, like unless as I shown you some of the case studies, you please show such kind of case studies so that people can, people can see such kind of case studies and they try to be, away from that kind of thing. Okay, and that's it from my side. Thank you for option and if you like this session, just keep it Jai Hind in the chat area. Thank you, one and all.
Sir, please continue.
So, Dr. Jagdish, sir, thank you so much. I hope like all of you have got some inputs in this session. If not for orienting others, at least to handle your own, yourself. There is lots of love and Jai Hind is coming. That is giving us a quick feedback that we have been really, you are supported to learn something from this session. Thank you so